Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is Abbasi here. Today we will discuss another topic that is related to organic chemistry, and the topic is nomenclature of the amines. So let's look at to discuss this topic in detail. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nomenclature of amines. First of all, we must know that what are amines. Alkyl or aryl derivatives of the ammonia are called as amines. This is called the ammonia NH3, and when we write in this way, this will be the ammonia NH3. An alkyl radical like CH3 methyl or C2H5 ethyl, when they are attached to this ammonia, for example here or at this position, so this will be called as the amine. This will be called as amines from ammonia. So this is called the amine, and they may be primary, secondary or tertiary depending upon the number of hydrogen atoms of the ammonia replaced by the alkyl radical. So there are basically three types of the amines. One is primary amine, second one is secondary amine, and then the last one is the tertiary amine. So what is the primary amine? Look at here, I am giving you the example. Primary amines will be when, look at here, that there is only one alkyl radical attached on this NH3 group or NH2. So this will be the primary the amine, where there is only one radical is attached and remaining NH2 are there. This will be primary amine, right? And the example for this one, primary amine example is this one, like CH3 methyl, and that is attached here. So this will be called as the primary amine. There is only one R is attached here. So this is called the primary amine, and this is called as the methyl amine. This is called methyl. This is called methyl amine. Methyl amine will be primary amine. And what about the secondary amine? The secondary amine will be this one. Look at here, secondary amine. This is the second type. In secondary amine, there are two radicals attached, means there will be 2R or radical attached on it. The example of the secondary amine is that, look at here, one radical is attached here, that is CH3, and one radical is attached here, that is CH3, and the remaining hydrogen is there. So this, the name for this compound will be called as the dimethyl amine. This dimethyl amine will be under the heading of the secondary amine. This is the second type of the amine. This is called the secondary amine. Now we are moving towards the last type, that is the tertiary amine. What is the tertiary amine? Now look at here. Tertiary amine will be that where there are three radicals are attached on it. So look at here, when we remove this hydrogen from this one, we will place another CH3. These CH3 means radical, alkyl radical are there. So we will write here not dimethyl, but we will write here trimethyl. So trimethyl amine will be under the heading of the tertiary amine. So in right now I gave you three different types. First of all, we have discussed what is amine. Amine is basically when we convert the ammonia, and when we displace the hydrogen atom of the ammonia by the alkyl radical like CH3 or C2H5 methyl or ethyl, then that will be called as the amine. And then there are three types which we have discussed: primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine. Example of the primary amine is methylamine, ethylamine. Example of secondary amine is dimethylamine, and example of the tertiary amine is trimethylamine, which right now we have discussed. Now, the common names of the nomenclature of amines. What are the common names of the amines? As we have discussed in their types, primary, secondary, and tertiary, they are same. Amines are commonly named by adding suffix amine to the name of the alkyl radical like methyl amine, ethyl amine. In secondary and tertiary amines, the prefixes di, tri are used like dimethylamine, trimethylamine, right? So look at the example like this one. This is called CH3 and NH2. This will be called as methylamine. This will be called as methylamine, as we have already discussed. Then the second will be, for example, C2H5O and then NH2. This will be called as ethylamine. And next one is that, for example, this is N and this is the CH3 and this is also the CH3 group attached here, and then H. This will be called as dimethylamine. This is called the secondary amine. And then the next is that this is CH3 and then N. This is CH3 and then CH3. This is called as the trimethylamine, and it is, as we have discussed, that it is the under the heading of the tertiary amine. Now we are discussing the Iupac nomenclature of the primary amines. In this system, amine is named by replacing E of the present alkane, and then we will add suffix as amine, amine, like this is called as the methane amine, but we will remove the E from the methane and then we will add amine, then ethane amine. Then the Iupac nomenclature of the primary amines. The primary amines can also be named as, this is another way, this is the first way and this is the second way of the nomenclature of the amine, primary amine, that they can be named as amino. Amino means NH2 group, derivatives of alkane. The location of amino group on the carbon chain is indicated by the number to which it is attached. Now this can be named as, number one, that can be named as amino, and that is methane, so amino methane, and this second number will be called as the amino ethane, and then third will be called as, look at here, this amine NH amino is attached to the first carbon, so in this way we will have to mention the position 1 amino propane, and this amino group is attached on the second carbon, so that's why I have written here 2 amino propane. So this is another way to give the names to the nomenclature of the Iupac nomenclature of the primary amines. And this is all about today's topic. I hope you understood this very important topic that was related to the amines, right? So what we have discussed today in this today's topic, we have discussed what are amines, and then the types of amine like primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine, and then we have discussed the some common names of the amines, and then we have discussed two different angles of the Iupac nomenclature of the amines. I hope you understood today's topic. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.